Yellow Productions presents... Less than 100 kilometers from Tokyo, Hakone is a popular weekend destination for those looking to see the hot springs, natural beauty, and views of Mount Fuji. One of the funnest things about visiting Hakone is just riding the transportation that it takes to get there. One of the best ways to get there from Tokyo is via the Hakone Round Course, circling the region with 5 different means of transportation: a train, a cable car, a ropeway, a boat, and a bus. That's what I did one day from Tokyo, and this video will show you what it's all about. The circle trip begins on the Hakone-Tozan Railway line. The 53-minute train ride begins at Odawara Station and ends at Goro Station. This is Japan's oldest mountain railway, and it travels through some pretty awesome scenery. The train tracks are so steep that the train actually has to stop and switch directions 3 times at switchbacks on the way up. So after 53 minutes on the slowest train in the world, you'll arrive here at Goro Station, which is the transfer point to the cable car up the hill. So let's go onto the cable car. The cable car shows up about 3 times every hour, as shown on the schedule, on the one track, so it's hard to miss. If you want the best view on the cable car on the way going up, wait at the top of the platform so you can be right at the front and look out the front window. It's a pretty neat view. This is a cable car line, so when the car from the bottom is going up, the car from the top is going down. And right in the middle, right here, is where the 2 cars pass. After a 10-minute journey up the hill, the cable car arrives at Sonzen Station, the transfer point to the Ropeway. The transfer from the cable car to the ropeway is pretty easy. Just come out that turnstile, turn to the left, follow the yellow line, and you'll be right at where the ropeway takes off. As seen on the map here, the ropeway makes 3 stops on its way to Lake Ashi, and there should be some beautiful scenic views of Mount Fuji. The scenery starts right as you leave Sonzen Station, and you can see the green trees of the mountains. There's an informative audio track in English while you're on the ropeway. Let's listen in for a moment.
The station, which we just left, is 757 meters above sea level. The trip between Sonzen Station and Owakudani Station will take around 8 minutes.
So they say this is a scenic cable car, but once you cross over the first ridge, this is often what you see. A whole bunch of nothing. The Japanese say that Mount Fuji is a very shy mountain, and it's often covered in fog, like you can see here at Owakudani Station. So the first leg of the ropeway drops you off here in Owakudani. This is my second time here, and it's always been this crappy weather. It was sunny where I just came from, and here it is windy and cloudy and wet, even inside the station. Ooh. If you have some extra time, stop at Owakudani, where there is the volcanic sulfur lake, where they boil iron eggs, and there's a very cool hiking path that you can take, provided you don't get blown away. Along the hiking path are areas where the hot volcanic water bubbles up. There's some cups where you can get the hot water and wash your hands, and it is quite warm and supposed to be quite good for you, but also it's quite smelly. And the reason why the water is smelly is because there is a lot of volcanic gas drifting around this area. And this sign warns you that if you are asthmatic, have heart disease, or weak constitution, you should not spend that much time in this area. Hey, let's go! This sounds like a fun place to be. At the head of the hiking trail is what else? A snack shop, where you can get all sorts of delicious Japanese snacks and the iron eggs that they boil in the volcanic water. Yes, black eggs boiled in volcanic water. Tasty. So after the 15-minute walk up to the top of the mountain or hill, you reach the jackpot, the place where the eggs are cooked. Black egg, anybody? And that fog that you see here, that's not fog, that is the volcanic sulfur. And if you wonder how they get the eggs up here, they have a suspended pulley that'll bring the eggs from the station up to where they boil them. Now that's a unique Japanese invention. Heading back on the ropeway, there's just 2 more stops before the final destination, Lake Ashi. At the second ropeway station, if you are continuing to Lake Ashi, you stay on board the rope car and continue. And the third and final stop on the ropeway is here at Tokendai, where you can get off and take the Lake Ashi cruise if the weather wasn't quite so crappy. But they are keeping the windows clean. So as you can see, the weather here at the lake truly is pretty crappy. The visibility is only 2 swans back. But I assume when it's nice, it's probably a beautiful trip on the lake. From here, it's either a highway bus back to the station or back on the ropeway, which I think is what we're gonna do. But not before admiring longingly the boat that we could have taken around the lake had the weather been a bit better. But it's still a pretty fun ride back on the ropeway. So if you're in Tokyo and you're looking for a quick day trip or weekend getaway, check out Hakone, where the journey is just as much fun as the destination.